and welcome to the Sim Podcast. I'm Grace Upendo and I'm so excited to have you guys on here. Woo, finally! I've been meaning to put this episode out for the longest time now, but I couldn't access my podcast due to certain technical issues. Luckily, they've been sorted out and we're finally here! Yay! You are doing great. Better than you were last week. Sometimes we all need a little reminder. Even your mom, go tell her she's doing great. I've personally been struggling with accepting where I'm at in life because of being constantly bombarded with people's achievements on social media. And don't get me wrong, like, I'm happy for these people. But at times it's like, how about me? Where's my piece of the pie? And I know there's people out here who feel the same way. So, in a way, this episode is for us. For example, there are days I wake up feeling great. I just laid my bed, brush my teeth, break the compound, got paid a couple of bucks for a small errand I did for my dad, and life's great. Then Instagram suddenly hits me with, your friend that girl underscore Susan just flew to her seventh country this year. Where you at? Huh? Where you at? Like, damn, seventh country this year? And it's only like, what, February? Wow, thanks. Now I feel like crap. I think majorly because of how social media is built, it seems like everyone has their life put together and everyone is moving forward and everyone's getting a job or having a perfect relationship. Well, everyone except you. And to make matters worse, there's that one friend of yours who's the same age as you, went to the same high school as you, and all's the same except for the fact that they're achieving things that are new under the sun. No, I literally have this one friend whose Instagram I'm looking at, and I'm scrolling and scrolling through their page, and all I see is win after win after win. And I ask myself, where was I when God was giving out all these wins now? And this is where the comparison begins because this is all you're seeing on social media, the best parts of everyone's lives displayed. Be it people you know, like that one cousin you were best friends with in the fifth grade, who's suddenly now a CEO and self made millionaire, while you're already budgeting for your next paycheck. Or it could even be people you don't know. It's honestly sad. Living in a very fast paced world where it seems like everyone's moving forward and you're the only one being left behind really does take a huge toll on our mental health, which eventually affects our overall well being. And these feelings won't ever leave unless you start being grateful and content with where you're at in life right now. It may seem light at first, but gratefulness or being thankful for these small achievements you make, the little steps towards your dreams, or a better version of yourself is a huge step in accepting who you are in the present moment. And trust me, I get that it's hard to be grateful when it seems like everywhere you look, left, right, center, someone's doing better than you and achieving way more than you. But the truth is, we're not all going down the same path in life. And it's not a competition. Other people's successes are not your losses. So just focus on you and the road that's ahead of you and what you have to do for you. Easier said than done, right? Think of it this way. You're driving and there's this red Lambo driving right next to you, latest model, and you start admiring it or feeling less than because you're in a beat 2014 model of some car. But once you take your eyes off the road or get distracted, you're gonna crash. And you don't even know what this person had to do or go through to get to that point in their lives. So why are you comparing yourself to them? And since people tend to post the positive highlights of their lives on social media, it's easy to forget that that's not an everyday thing. Everyone has good days and bad days, highs and lows, just like you do. And just because they didn't post that their landlord's been calling them nonstop doesn't mean that it doesn't happen. No one's going to be posting that, but it happens to more people than you think. You've got to look at yourself and acknowledge that you're not in the position you were in yesterday or 5 years ago. And some of the things you possess right now or the achievements you have so far were merely a dream 5 years ago. And that's what you need to be looking at and grateful for. Get a moment to stop and think about your small wins. Or better yet, you could journal so you could look back a year or two from now and actually get to see, like, oh, I did this, I did that this month, I did the other thing, and get to see that there really are these small wins that you've made. And when you add them up, you're going to realize that you're doing something right for you. And this in turn empowers and motivates you to do even way better than before. And also, it's important to surround yourself with people who uplift you and acknowledge the progress you're making. People who hold you accountable for your actions, not just yes men. People you can talk to about your genuine thoughts and feelings, who can encourage and remind you that you're on track or off track and you need to get back. And you also, in turn, need to uplift those people when they need it and not just be on the receiver's side of things. Sometimes some of us just set ourselves up for failure by hanging out with the wrong kinds of people. Like, how are you going to tell me you've, let's say, been working on a project? You've been having sleepless nights, working at it, doing your research, and then you finally get that promotion that you've clearly earned. And you're so excited, you call your friend, you're like, OMG, I got the promotion, yay! And then they scoff and look at you and they're like, they probably just had pity on you because you're from a poor background. Excuse you? Like, cut such kinds of people off. And if you don't have friends, that's okay. Affirm it yourself. Look in the mirror and tell yourself, you've got this, girl. You've got this, boy. You're strong and you're capable. It's about drive. It's about power. You stay hungry. You devour. Now, I seriously used to side-eye daily affirmations thinking, ugh, that's just weird and ineffective. But our brains are wired in a way that the thoughts we constantly have are what usually reflect our actions. Even the Bible, the greatest book of all time, encourages us to think positive. In Philippians 4 verse 8, it says, finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue, and if there be any praise, think on these things. So if you have negative thought patterns, change them. You could get a piece of paper and write down your negative thoughts, and then get another paper and write down your positive thoughts to cancel out these negative ones, And then stop comparing yourself to others. You're not the same. Plan for your life and move in that direction. But then don't set such unrealistic expectations for yourself, because when you fail to reach them, you're just going to end up beating yourself up. And for what? Huh? For what? You can either be your biggest enemy or your best friend. Choose the latter. Remind yourself every single day that you're doing great and that you're on track to where you want to be. And get you some friends to remind you of this too. I hope this episode helps uplift anyone feeling behind or even future me. Like, girl, if you're listening to this, I want you to know that you're doing just fine. Keep moving ahead and focus on what matters. If you like this episode or found this information helpful, don't be shy. Rate this podcast 5 stars if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, or follow us on Spotify. I'm your friendly neighborhood host, Grace. Till the next one.